think of when you saved my life back then. You took me flying over town up to the second star on the right. In my bed I think of when you stole my heart back then. You folded pirates overhead, and now I'm back in bed. You were young, just a lost boy in love. I'm sorry I grew up, can't tell you that enough. I was young, just a lost girl in love. I miss my innocence, I don't know where it went.
Hey Buttercups, it's Molly. It has now been 2 years since I've uploaded, which I think is extremely crazy. I've missed you all so much, and I recently had an idea for a video that I wanted to talk about where basically we'd all just share our favorite memories from the GFX community. Now, the reason I want to make this video is because I feel like everyone in the community quit and disappeared so fast, and I honestly don't think it got the recognition it deserved. And I want to mainly just do this video in remembrance of it and talk about all of our favorite memories. So if any of you guys have anything that you remember in the comments that you want to type or talk about, just make a comment down below for everyone to see. Or maybe consider making a video yourself about this. Now, I have around 5 main topics that I want to talk about, so I'll just be talking about all of them briefly. The first one I want to talk about is how positive the community was. Like, this community was unlike any other group I've seen on YouTube. Everyone was just so positive and uplifting, and whenever I looked at any creator's videos, there were never any hate comments or anything. In fact, I don't think in my entire 2.5 years of doing YouTube, I got a single hate comment, which I think is absolutely insane and wonderful at the same time. And I think that's what makes the GFX community so unique and stood out to so many people, just because of how uplifting everyone was. The second thing I want to talk about is the variety of creators. In the community, everyone was so uniquely different. Everyone had different color schemes, fancy names, and everyone's animation style was unique to themselves. And I honestly think it was so cool, and I had so much fun watching and seeing everyone's channels and intros and seeing what people could come up with because people were so creative, and it was honestly so cool to see how different and unique each person was. The third thing I want to talk about is how, through animation, we taught each other all a new skill. If it hadn't been for the GFX community, I never would have learned how to animate, and honestly, I think animation is such a fun skill to have because you can create so many things with it. And by being a part of this community, I was able to learn a skill, and I was able to teach everyone else a new skill. And it gave us all something to do that wasn't just scrolling through our phones, you know? We could actually put dedication and time into our own channels and learn and grow, and everyone had motivation to keep learning and getting better and trying something new. And I honestly think that was so fun. The fourth thing I want to talk about were the meet and greets. And I'm not just talking about the individual creator meet and greets, I'm talking about the massive meet and greets where they got all of the most popular GFX creators into one server, and they had it at one specific time, and everyone wanted to be there, and there would be a queue of you would be 100th in line to get in, and then when you finally did get in 2 hours later, you'd go there and you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite creator, and it would just be looking at them through a screen, and they'd be like, hi, and it was honestly so much fun. And to be able to see everyone and meet everyone and be like, oh my gosh, these are actually real people that you can interact and talk with, I honestly think that was so fun, and I had so much fun with all those meet and greets. The final thing I want to talk about were making commissions for people. Now, commissions were so different from me making my own animations because I would be given a specific task. They'd be like, okay, I want you to make my avatar be baking cookies, and then I want them to turn around and wave at the camera. And I'd be like, okay, what kind of set do you want? What clothes do you want your avatar to wear? And we'd have to talk through all this stuff. And it was honestly such a good learning experience as well to be able to make animations, because sometimes they'd be like, oh, I actually didn't want that, I want this, and I'd have to go back and change it. And at the time it was a little frustrating, but it's honestly taught me so much skills about responsibility and making things actually how the customer wants them to be. And it was kind of refreshing to not have to come up with a new idea for a change and just to be able to do like a task that they wanted you to do. And you make it like a little challenge to see if you could do it the best, you know? And also, it was so much fun handing the final product back to the actual creator and having them be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, thank you. And you just feel like happiness in your heart, like you did something for someone. And it honestly was just such a good feeling, and I miss that a lot. Now, those are the five main things I want to talk about. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to do a part two on this video, or if you have any ideas of more things I should talk about. There's honestly, I could talk for hours about the GFX community and all my favorite things. So, if you guys want to see that, just let me know. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Bye, Buttercups!